doctor's either going to say, must have the brace on before out of bed, okay? Then you're putting it on in supine. You don't wait till you sit up. Some say that you can put it on in sitting, okay? So you have to read those orders, and then you have to educate the patient and the family exactly how to do that. So if you lay down here. Oh, that's moving. Hold on a second. I'm going to pop it down. Yeah, you'll figure out real quick putting on a TLSO if your bed is unlocked or not. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is you're going to roll. Okay, so I would teach her how to do a log roll first, and I might be around that side of the bed. I mean, this is a whole process, and it's easier if you have two people because somebody can stand. Somebody be my other person. You all took TCM1 with me. You know how to roll people.
And that's not always the case too, right? Because you're not going to always have that second person to help you.
But okay, so you can cross your legs. So you're going to roll towards Daniel. There you go, and keep her back. And I'm going to take this. If you guys want to come around, try to be small, Daniel. Okay, you are actually going to have to use the mattress, okay, and you're going to have to actually push down into the mattress so that I don't scrape her skin. Remember, she might only be in a hospital gown. You can wear t-shirts underneath these things, just make sure there's no creases for skin integrity, and they're probably going to have a large incision down their back at this point as well, okay, so they're not happy campers. So you might hold this open so I don't get her, good, and I'm going to take this and squeeze it underneath her and actually push into the mattress, okay? And then you're gonna come back, roll back towards me. And I'm gonna do this so that you guys see that this error happens a lot. Look, she's halfway off the brace, okay? So I didn't get it underneath her enough. All right, so let's roll back over. Good. And let me know if I'm hurting you, okay? I'm going to push, just make lots of faces at them. You also want to make sure the Velcro feeds under. You don't want the Velcro to end up like where you can't reach it. Okay, and then come on back. Good. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to have you roll my way. So it's going to take, so this person's like real happy right now, right? You're having to roll and roll. And you're going to tug just like an inch, not even. Kind of bring it around her. There you go. Okay, good. And then come on back. All right, do you feel somewhat centered in there? Ish. I mean, it's not going to fit you perfectly. Okay. Then the next trick is to figure out, does this go inside the bottom piece or outside the bottom piece?
And they're made specifically one direction or the other because there are little openings for the piece to slide into typically. Now that
is it inside or outside in this one?
Like
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Looks like inside.
I think that's all right.
It's a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
Your buckles are significantly anterior.
Yeah, so
And
do
so
I
if
do.
this came out, it's going to run into these
Right.
buckles.
So I
So more
think,
than
yeah.
likely it's inside. And that's pretty thin. Normally, if it's I apologize for my voice. If it is custom made for that patient at the time that they needed it, then it would have been made one piece first and then the other piece over that front piece that they had trimmed out so that there would be that indentation like the padding in the AFO. Remember how the padding made the plastic jut outward? That's the same thing that would happen when it's completely custom made, so that there would literally be a buttress that it would slide into and sort of attach to. The downside of the buttress is it might hit the buttress and stop it from compressing. This, calling a smooth overlap, allows it to slide endlessly into the other side. So if it gets to the point where the trim line of this piece is back here and it's too much for the patient to handle, it's like it's getting me in the back, it's the front piece getting me in the back here, let me just trim the side off so that it barely overlaps. And then you can continue to compress. But that particular aspect of this brace can be very bothersome inside up against the patient's skin, especially if they're a little bony.
Okay, here's the trick. Family members and other people that you're going to teach are going to want to do all one side and cinch it down, right? And that's going to shift the brace. So I always teach family members to just not really cinch it down, get all the, and you're my family member, okay? You're gonna get the buckles through, okay? Because sometimes people do this buckle down here and it gets all confusing. So let's make sure we have all the buckles in the right place. And then you're going to, you know, kind of pull them. You don't have to do them simultaneously, but you're gonna make sure your brace doesn't shift on you, okay? Is that all right? I'm not hurting you, am I? sorry. There you go. All right, and you're gonna pull. It has to be snug. Like, this should not be wiggling around when you get them up. It has got to be, you all right still? Yep. Okay. Thanks for being a good sport about that.
So with this particular design on her,
Yeah, I know.
for the darn, she's not going to get any loading of her stomach because she's got no stomach like that, right? So she's going to get all this edge pressure, right? So if it's not fitting properly, there's going to be hyperloading in areas that are not tolerant as much. There it goes, shifting over.
So now we're gonna get her up to sitting and see how this doesn't necessarily feel good, but it keeps her in the right position-ish, if it were to fit, okay? So go ahead and bend your knees. Good, she's gonna log roll that way. Go ahead and log roll, excellent. Good, feet come off. We do our beautiful scoop, keeping her back straight, good.
Very well done.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Okay, and you can see that ultimately, you can have as many donuts as you want. It may cut here, it may cut here, but it is. Does it feel like it's keeping you somewhat straighter? I mean, it's not a good fit, but we can use that other black
Yeah,
one.
and we've already got it done.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, donning these things, super important. You could see how it would be way easier if they were on the edge of the bed and you could just pop the two pieces. In that case, you'd probably want one side strapped so you're not losing both pieces. You put them on and then, you know, kind of go through.
What's going to happen in a bed donning at the side of the bed like this, though, in a sitting position? They're slouching. This is immediately going to be in her neck, and they're going to be like, "This doesn't fit." So you're going to get no buy-in whatsoever as that process occurs. When they lay down, there's way more extension. Okay, and there's it's much better. So when they go to sit up, she's forced to sit up straighter automatically. So it's going to start biting in here, especially, and right down here to make her not be able to lean far forward. So she's automatically going to have to pull away from it a little bit.